Hey guys, this is Blake with Fueling to Function, and I wanted to do a quick video on the glycemic index. So what the glycemic index is an assessment of how quickly your blood sugar levels are going to rise after you eat certain foods, and it's basically the amount of carbohydrates in a food minus the fiber in a food divided by the grams in weight or something along those lines. Long story short, it pretty much is going to help you determine what foods are going to keep you full longer. But things that also affect that are going to be like proteins and fats. So the glycemic index is going to measure what carbs, what their value is going to be. But if you pair foods with fats and proteins, it's going to lower the glycemic load also. So the glycemic index is a useful tool because it can help you determine or make more informed decisions when you're eating various foods to know what's going to keep you full longer. For example, a potato, which is generally looked on as a very, very healthy food, has a very high glycemic index load because it has no fiber, it has no fat, and it spikes your insulin really, really high actually. So the theory behind eating lower glycemic carbs or meals that include fat and protein, if you eat just pure carbohydrates that are high on the glycemic index, they're going to spike your insulin and then it's going to fall really fast. You're going to be hungry again. And then if you eat foods that are lower on the glycemic index, they're not going to spike your insulin as bad, and they're going to fall at a more moderate rate, so you're going to have more sustained satiety. And if you pair foods with things like fats and proteins, it's going to slow down the digestion further, and protein's going to give a thermic effect through digestion, and it's all going to help you to lose weight. So what the glycemic index is not going to be useful for, there's theories that you need to spike insulin after you work out in order to drive protein into your muscles and recover faster. At the end of the day, as long as you've eaten an appropriate amount of calories and hit your different macronutrients that your body needs, it's not going to matter. There's theories that you can pair high and low glycemic carbs in order to find a fat-burning state for your body. It's irrelevant. It's all about calories in versus calories out. Or calories in versus calories burned. And then there's plenty of other theories. The glycemic index isn't perfect. Food's glycemic index score is going to vary on how it's cooked, how it's processed, how it's packaged, how ripe it is. But this is a good tool to monitor different foods. And like I said, just if you're jumping into things, you're new to nutrition, and you don't know what's healthy, don't know what's good for you, what's bad for you, this is just a good reference to try and figure out, is an apple a better choice or a banana a better choice? Which one's going to keep me full longer? And things that are going to affect the glycemic index's score are going to be obviously fiber. Fiber slows down digestion, fat slows down digestion, and protein's also going to be play a role in that. So what I do need to mention though is just because something has a low glycemic score doesn't mean you can eat massive amounts of it, because the glycemic index versus the glycemic load of a food varies in the fact that something like chocolate may have a very low glycemic index score because it's got fat in it, it's going to digest slower, but it's very dense in calories. So just because something's low on the glycemic index doesn't mean you can eat massive amounts of it. You have to still keep your calories in check. So this is a tool to find foods that you enjoy that are going to keep you full longer, but you also have to keep in mind the volume of the food you're eating and how dense it is in calories. Because what's going to matter more than the glycemic index score of your foods is the actual amount of food you're eating in your calories in. So I would say in order to optimize the glycemic load of most meals, I would try and include a moderate to low carbohydrate, and then a fat source to slow down digestion as well as help with hormonal functions and other bodily functions, and then protein to help rebuild, restore, preserve muscle, whatever your goals are, and just, focus on things that you know are healthy, but use this as a reference for things you're unsure of, and you may learn something new about a food that you thought was good for you that's really not that good for you, or vice versa. So I hope this is helpful for you. Just for your information, the glycemic index goes from 0 to 100. 0 to 55 is considered low on the glycemic index. 55 to 69 is considered a medium GI food, and then over 70 is considered high. Like I said, it's not perfect. It doesn't take into assessment the volume that you're getting So it may have a very high glycemic index score, such as watermelon, but watermelon is a very voluminous food, so it's still very good for you, and it's still going to fill you up because you're going to be getting a lot more volume, because your body can recognize the volume than the nutrients in order to satisfy it, as well as the glycemic load or the glycemic index score is going to monitor how long you stay full for. The curve of whether your insulin levels are going to fall really fast or go at a moderate rate down, and you want to keep your insulin levels falling at a moderate rate in order to feel full longer. It's not going to affect your actual body fat. You can eat high glycemic carbs and it's absolutely irrelevant. It's just no one likes to be hungry, so in order to keep yourself satisfied and not thinking about food and not craving food, it's a wise decision to try and eat healthy foods with lower glycemic index carbs. But at the end of the day, calories in, calories out. Hopefully, though, this is a good reference for you, a good tool to monitor what you're eating and find out things that may be something you'd like to incorporate into your diet to keep you satisfied longer and help you achieve your goals, whether it's weight loss or weight gain. And if you are trying to gain weight, eating high glycemic index carbs is a good way to do that, because they're not going to keep you full as long and you'll shovel in more food, because in order to gain weight, obviously you need to eat more calories than you burn. And for people that struggle to gain weight, eating higher glycemic carbs will be a good way to do that. So I hope this is helpful to you guys. If you appreciated this, if you learned something new, could you click the like button for me, because that helps me out. I'm here to help you. Could you help me a little bit? Share this with someone. Tell me what you want to see in the future. If you don't like these videos and you prefer cooking videos, let me know in the comment section. If you like these and you want to know more about these, let me know in the comment section. If you don't care about losing weight and you want to gain weight, I can do videos on that too. So just let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.